I always hated these 12 by 12 catch basins. I couldn't stand them. I'd have to pickaxe this monster hole in clay. All the yards that we work are clay. Most of the time, if you have a yard drain problem, it's because your soils are clay. And we got to take a pickaxe, we got to make this monster hole to set this big catch basin. For what? I don't get it. I never understood it. I'm going to show you how to build a yard drain French drain combination using a 5-inch wide catch basin that fits in the same trench that your French drain pipe does. Another quality job done by the French Drain Man crew. We are in Macomb Township, Michigan, installing a yard drain French drain combination. Water would pool in here and stand in here. Now never ever put catch basins on a saw cut perforated pipe. The guys are running a discharge line to get the water out of this yard. There's a lot of landscape in this yard, and it traps the water in. We got beautiful landscape here, just some of Michigan's best flowering perennials, carpet roses, all throughout the year. There's plenty of color, beautiful landscape, amazing landscape. This homeowner loves to garden. What an assortment of carpet roses and perennials. I mean, this is some of Michigan's finest landscape. Absolutely breathtaking. This homeowner's done an amazing job. Now, water likes to collect back here, and there's really no way out. When you have landscape beds surrounding all your borders, this is quite common, but don't worry, this is something that you can fix and remedy easily. Now, I wanted to teach you guys about building a yard drain with a French drain and making sure you don't put the catch basins on the perforated pipe. Now, the perforated pipe that is saw cut, where there's material removed, if you put catch basins on this pipe, all this bark that gets pulled in during a hard storm and all this sediment, all that debris that this catch basin will draw in, will absolutely plug your French drain pipe, rendering it absolutely useless for grabbing subsurface water. So you want to have a solid pipe for the catch basins. Now you can flow all that debris, all that trash that floats, it'll flow down this solid pipe. Now you want to tape that solid pipe. You don't want to be losing water at any connection point. This is a textbook way of doing a French drain with a yard drain. Now the guys went ahead and they used the clips. The guys have been using the 3.5-inch clips even when they're connecting a 4-inch pipe, which is wild. So that's a 4-inch pipe for solid, and that's a 3.5-inch perforated pipe. And the guys went ahead and connected the clips. The 3.5-inch clips are pretty flexible and they work really well. Now you don't have to tape a coupler on a perforated pipe. You're trying to take the water in. You don't need to tape it for strength because we have these clips that hold incredibly well. Notice how there's only an 1.5 inch riser on that catch basin. But when you get over here, look at how deep we are. We need a 5-inch riser on that catch basin. They taped up every connection point on that solid pipe. We don't want to lose water. You lose water in the French drain. That's not the problem. The problem is when you lose the water, you lose the ability to keep flowing all that trash, that bark that's going to float. The catch basin's going to catch the heavy sediment. It's going to fall in the sediment trap. But the stuff that floats, you want it to go right to the discharge. You don't want it to build up in clog. Now right here, the guys went ahead and used a 3.5 to 4-inch reducer. Beautiful job. Then they used a piece of 4-inch corrugated pipe to connect those two fittings, which that's a 4-inch 45 to a 4-inch Y, and then a single 4-inch discharge. Guys did a really nice job here. Really nice job. It's hard for me to critique this. I mean, all I can do is praise it. They did everything right. Now they're going to use our 12 by 12s. So our 12 by 12s, that's a turf restrictor plate, so the grass can't grow over this 6-inch inlet. Now this inlet is our full throttle 6-inch grate. I mean, there's practically nothing there, guys. I mean, there's no 6-inch grate equivalent to our intake, not even close. Our 6-inch grate can draw in water twice as fast. We can take in twice as much water per minute as your leading 6-inch grate that's on the market. And don't worry, it's plenty strong. It's well built. And you could always pop it out when you need to clean it out and just suck out the catch basin with a wet dry vac. Guys did a beautiful job. Really nice. This will sit right on here and be at grade. You actually want this a little below grade because the water always finds the low point. So keep that in mind. You have 3 6-inch catch basins. Now we did put a clean out on that French drain line so that we can flush any sediment that builds up in that line out. I don't expect that to be the case, but if the homeowner ever says it's not taking in the water like it once did, we can easily run a camera through here. That's why I like putting a clean out. Now the clean out consists of a not quite a 90. So this is not a 90 degree. You can kind of see how this kind of goes in this direction and it doesn't just go straight up. You can see that. It's not quite a 90. It's easier to fish a hose through or a camera through. You know, it's ramped right here. Really nice. So we got our 4-inch solid cover on there, and we just go ahead and put one of our fasteners in. Now, if the homeowner ever does say that it seems like it's not taking in the water, we just take a box knife and we cut the fastener off, pop the top off. But it's so rare that we have to go inside any of our systems. This is literally just some insurance. That's all this is. It's just some insurance. If something happens that we can't even imagine, and sometimes there's soil-borne bacteria that grow in pipes, and you do need to get inside them. This is an end cap. It's solid. This is to plug a 4-inch pipe, but it's also to cap or catch basin. That part does 2 things for French Drain Man. Anytime we can design a part that'll do 2 things, that means less parts in our tool truck, helps the contractors, but the guys did a really nice job here. Really nice job. Our extra heavy duty Y, it's all braced up. The light blue is our 3.5 inch. Anything in light blue, you know it's our 3.5. Royal blue is our 4-inch line as far as fittings go. A lot of work went into this discharge line. You don't have to run French drain all the way to the road. We're running a solid pipe out of this yard. The men really had to work hard to get this discharge line out. Disassembling the landscape and reassembling the landscape is something that we specialize in. We can take apart brick pavers, landscapes, sod, it doesn't matter. Most crews that run drainage lines just literally dig a trench, put in a line, put the dirt back and say, call your landscaper. Not French Drain Man. We're a full service yard drain installer. You don't have to call anybody. We'll handle the sprinklers. We'll handle the reassembly of your beautiful landscape. Guys, remove the slab of the concrete from the sidewalk. This walk was just too wide. It would have been an expensive bore. So it saved the homeowner a lot of money for us just to pull it. And we'll get the discharge line through here. We're tying it into the storm drain right here. All right, so we're gonna core. We're gonna dig down. When we dig down underneath the street, we're gonna core right into the storm drain catch basin, tie right into it, put that water where it belongs. All right, I just wanna show you guys this cement core was the side of the storm drain. We core it. We don't use a sludge hammer or a pickaxe or a jackhammer or a chisel hammer. You want a core drill. This is to code. You core drill it and you don't hurt the infrastructure. Now we have to take hydraulic concrete and we're going to put hydraulic concrete around the dual wall sleeve that we put in. Look at right through the wall there. Beautiful job. Real clean job. So once you get all the dirt packed the best you can by packing it in with your boots, if you have a mini excavator, you get to do this. Now look how much that sunk. The guys packed it in all the way to the top with their boots. But yet when we drove over it with the mini excavator, look at that. Somehow we compressed it down another 4 inches, 5 inches. Now we'll add a little more dirt, drive over it again, and then we'll shave it off with the shovel. Any high spots we'll cut down and then put the sod. I want to show you guys what this looks like when we're done. We cut that sod off and we put it right back. It's just like a puzzle. Now this will knit back together over the next few weeks. Now the crew right now, they're going to walk this edge down and they'll be able to get this sod pushed closely. You want to get these edges pushed close, that way they won't burn. You can see how much better this is looking already. In a couple weeks, you won't even be able to tell we were here. Look at that. That is saying something. Had the sidewalk pulled and everything. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. It supports the channel. If you have any questions regarding this installation, leave them in the comments section. I'm your host, Robert Sherwood, and until the next video.